Hi guys, I'm down here with Team 1 from Parish Episcopal School in Dallas, Texas. This is Austin and this is Emma. Austin, tell me a little bit about how you felt you did yesterday.
I thought we did really well yesterday, kind of setting us a benchmark for us to beat today. But overall, I think we did pretty well.
What do you think you learned about your Rover after going through the course yesterday?
Yesterday I learned that we need to be in lower gears, getting through some of the tougher terrain. But that was kind of the biggest thing we need to learn is be in lower gears.
Now, Emma, this is your third year competing, right? Tell me why you keep coming back year after year. What about Rover Challenge just keeps bringing you in?
I just really have a lot of fun doing it and really enjoy it. It's a unique experience that, no other program that I've heard of, none of my friends, really kind of do anything similar, so I just love doing this.
That's pretty cool, guys. Are there any tasks that you're looking to bypass today?
We're looking to bypass, I think, task 1, 2, and we're going to try 3, I think, this time around.
All right, guys, good luck on this course. And back to you up there in the booth.
Thanks, Nicolo. So, as Team 51
Oh no, they just lost one off the Rover.
losing a pilot, you kind of stop and get not only your samples, but your pilot.
That's probably part of the difficult part of those Rovers where the design puts both of the drivers back to back.
Right.
You can't necessarily see what's going on behind you for the person in the front. But maybe she just hopped off to push. That's what it seems like.
I agree. Now that I see that now. And they still can make some time. It depends on where they are on the clock as to whether they lose points once they hit the 6-minute mark. And one thing I learned about our 6-minute timing, Dennis Gallagher, who designs all these courses, was talking about the oxygen duration. So if you imagine astronauts with an oxygen supply,
Right.
the time is relevant in this context so that they can go out, retrieve samples, but once they get to the 6-minute mark, they have 1 minute to get back to home base, and that's where you got to be fast.
Exactly. It says that this team was able to take the Rover out to stem on the road, and they were able to test the Rover out before they actually got here, so they've had some good practice before this weekend.
That's important. I know several schools try to build mock courses on campus or off campus and take components and test them. As you were saying, this group has some 3D components, so you need to figure out how the 3D components are going to perform under stress.
Right. Or do you want to wait? Okay.
So perseverance seems to be the key word for Purdue right now. And a term I've heard some of the teams use both here and during the student launch competition is fail smart.
Feel smart.
So they know they're going to encounter failure, and they want to experience the failure and learn from it and then make adjustments.
Which is the great part about Rover Challenge, because then they've got the night to fix it and tomorrow to redeem themselves.
Okay, so Team 43 is on the course.
Yeah, and we've got a student now from Parish Episcopal School, which is in Dallas, Texas, and they just started just a little bit ago.
What's your name?
I'm Soham Kulkarni.
Step up for a little bit here. There you go. So your team's on the course. This is the second time to run. How did your first run go?
Our first run went pretty well, actually. We got 22 points and finished with 15 seconds to spare before that 6-minute mark. So we're going to try to go a little more aggressive this time and see if we can get some more points.
And what are you seeing? It looks like they've stopped.
I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I can't see it very clearly. It might just be that they've hit some gravel. I think they're going to push it and try to keep going.
Are there any particular obstacles that gave you trouble yesterday?
We didn't even try a couple of them that we are going to try today, like the Butte.
Cool.
Mostly the ones that require some higher torque. We wanted to make sure our Rover didn't break, nothing went wrong, so we could post the time and a score.
So describe your wheels. That looks like an interesting design, but I didn't get to look up close. What did you make your wheels from?
Our wheels are made mostly from cardboard with some plywood rims so that it can ride higher on hard surfaces and get us a little bit faster. The other part of our wheels is that they're coated with a truck bed liner, which improves our waterproofing, which was good today, and also improves our traction on the ground so that we don't slip where other tires, such as those without the bed liner, might slip.
Right. Is that a different tactic than what y'all used last year?
Last year we did the bed liner as well, and we did have a quite similar wheel design, but one difference we have this year is that our wheels are structured so that you never hit a low point on the tire. There's always a high point so you can roll smoothly through the whole course.
And you mentioned cardboard. How did you end up considering cardboard as your main component?
Several years ago in 2016, our lead designer saw a design for a cardboard Lexus that actually got built and driven. And he figured that if you could make a Lexus out of cardboard, you could make Rover wheels out of cardboard. So since then, we've been doing cardboard wheels on all of our Rovers.
All right, and we're going to toss it back to the start line.
Hey, I'm down here with Hannah and CL from Bearden High School up in Knoxville, Tennessee. So you guys both drove yesterday. Tell me a little bit about what you learned about your Rover, CL.
We can tackle hills pretty easily, but we need more grip on gravel.
Now this is both of you guys' first year driving. Tell me about how the seniors, you said they really helped you guys just train and learn about how to drive on this course.
Yeah, they're a huge help. They're here today with another team, so it's great to learn from their past like runs, and they were just so helpful throughout the journey.
Do you guys have anybody that you would like to thank?
We'd like to thank Mr. Rupert, Mr. Ron, and Mr. Dyer.
All right, guys. Back to you up there in the booth, Todd.
Thanks, Nicola. Team 43 continues on. And again, the cardboard wheels, we've seen wood wheels, a lot of aluminum wheels, cardboard, not intuitive, but as the students were saying, they saw a Lexus, a whole car built out of cardboard, and if you structure it right, it has a lot of rigidity that you need for the course to be able to survive a whole round, or whole lap, I guess I should say.
And I know when these students start on these Rovers, 8 to 6 months out, they probably don't think about weatherproofing, but it sure came in handy today.
Right, truck bed liner on a tire.
Yeah, it was a great touch.
Not intuitive for me again.
I've seen a lot of people have traction. The rain has stopped briefly, but I think we're expecting some more, so
right.
It's a good tactic. And that's a really interesting design where they're not necessarily back to back, but they're still facing away from each other.
So that's Team 64. And again, those wheels look on camera like wood.
So this is Bearden High School from Knoxville, Tennessee. And we've got Andrew and Hannah that are driving.
So one of the things that they encountered for Team 64 from Knoxville was time management. The students get the funds to build their Rover until late December of 2018, so they had to fit a year worth of designing into a few months. So their budget management and the students had to make do with a smaller budget than what they had in the 2018 competition. So that's pretty good innovation on behalf of the kids, but that's real life too. Sometimes you get a budget cut,
Right,
and that's kind of a reality for them.
Definitely. What can I hear right now?
So the team that is on the left is the Knoxville, Tennessee Bearden High School team. What they stated that they're most proud of in their Rover is the frame. The frame was designed with simplicity in mind. The dimensions allow for minimal extra hardware to mount the seats, the pedals, and the axles onto the frame. And the frame was built so that the axle had a wider point of stability. And the frame is also very light but strong structurally is what they found. They've hopped off, but I think that's mostly due to the terrain.
Yes.
Not so much a frame.
I think it's a little difficult getting up that hill. A few teams have had to push up that hill.
So Team 43 is coming toward us. They've just got a couple more obstacles.
Yeah, we've got Team 43 coming down the pike.
Pike's good. There's nothing wrong with Pike. All right. So the cool thing, I don't know if you guys can hear on
There's a lot
the
of celebrating at
microphone.
the
A lot of celebrating, right. So a key component of this is the team building. So let's talk to another team at the start-finish line with Nicola.
So hello,